There was this girl that I let everyone think that I was. Then there was the real me, the girl I was when nobody was looking. From a young age, I was given a lot of responsibility, and I learned to like the pressure and to feed off the control that it gave me. As long as I was in control, I felt powerful, and power made me happy. I wanted to be in control of everything, everybody, all the time. I measured success and happiness with material things, personal achievements, and accomplishments, while constantly comparing myself to others around me. I was a college graduate and a business owner, and I was successful, but yet I felt so lost and all alone all the time. In 2010 is when my life became one big anxiety attack. I was super depressed and angry. I was absolutely miserable, but I didn't know why. I started to realize that no matter what I would do, achieve, or buy, nothing made me happy anymore, and that drama always surrounded me, but I didn't know how to stop it. I just knew something was wrong. I needed to figure it out so I could fix it. Nobody knew how miserable I really was because I faked everything about my life for so long that I didn't know what was real myself. It started getting harder and harder to hide my secrets. I was living this big lie. I knew that something was missing in my life because I was always searching for happiness and tried to fill that hole for so long. I just thought I needed to grow up, settle down, have kids, that would fix it. I was really good at justifying everything that I did in my life and had come to the conclusion that since I was 33, single, no kids, that it was okay to do what I wanted. So for 33 years, I was the only person I liked, trusted, and took care of. It was all about me, all the time. I lived for me. But once I was introduced to things like drugs that could help me stay in control and keep me on top of my game, I felt like I had found this loophole to working smarter and not harder. Drugs not only made me happy, made me feel like Superwoman. Drugs really helped me give that extra boost of energy that I needed to get through my day with this big, nice smile on my face. And drugs actually became my best friend. I used to say, if you get high enough, you can never feel down. And I justified it by telling myself it was okay. I was in control. I didn't look like an addict. I'd hid it from the world, and nobody would ever find out. There was nothing I wouldn't do to keep the image that I had created for myself, and nothing that I wouldn't do to keep what I was really doing a secret. I was an addict, and I didn't even know it. I was addicted to so many different things. To my looks, to this false image I portrayed, to control, addicted to myself, to other people, to drugs, to drama, to attention, basically anything that made me feel good. I was so lost. But I thought this was a part of life. But I was completely out of control. Nobody knew, including myself. This time last year, I was completely worn down, tired, and broken. I don't think I realized that I was at rock bottom until January 26, 2017. 10 months ago, I hit rock bottom as I started planning my own death. My pride told me that suicide was my best option, and I was at peace with it because it was my decision. Because I was such a planner and obsessed with control, I gave myself a timeline. I made a plan. I gave myself exactly 1 year to figure things out. If my life wasn't completely different, if I still wasn't happy, if I was still in the same place that I'd been stuck in for the last 7 years, this time next year, I would kill myself. In my mind, even taking my own life was justified because I deserved it. I needed to pay for the things that I had done. I remember that night like it was yesterday because it was the night that changed my life forever. It was 3 a.m. I was out of drugs and just waiting on a phone call. They were staying at the Motel 6 in Sweetwater, and as soon as they called, I was going to be out the door and on my way. But I sat on the corner of my bed and I started crying. I asked myself, if I were to die, am I really saved? Would I go to heaven? I remember asking Jesus in my heart when I was 12, so I always told everybody I was saved. When I started planning my own death, that's when it hit me. Yes, I had asked Jesus in my heart. He has always been there. But I had never actually surrendered my life or gave my heart to Him. That's when I knew I wasn't saved. I knew if I died, I would not go to heaven. I decided that since I only had a year left, I would try it God's way. It's like I made a deal with God. Change me or I'm done. That was when I felt His love and peace rush all over me. God took me in just as I was, and He washed it all away. After that day, I never was even offered another drug. Nobody showed up at my house. It was gone. God took it all away, and I'm overwhelmed every single day with the love, mercy, and grace that He has for me. There were so many years that I felt so crazy, and I tried to fix everything. And now I realize I'm not crazy at all. The Bible tells me this is exactly how God works. This is who He is and what He does. That day, I gave my life to Christ, and now I can feel Him with me all the time. He is my best friend and the love that I've been missing my entire life. He saved me and made me a completely new person. I've become a person I never knew even existed. And I know He's still working on me every single day, but today I am free. I'm free from addiction, free from anxiety, and free from depression. This story that was so shameful to tell is now my greatest accomplishment. My name is Kyla Miller, and this is my Nightmare Before Christ.